This is Charles Drew speaking. I'm a member of the International Association of Hypnoanalysts, and this tape has been made to allow you to relax. You can play it as often as you need, but don't play it if you're driving a car or if the driver of a car can hear it. Just set half an hour or so aside when you know you're not going to be disturbed. It's time for you, time to relax. You can either listen to the tape lying down or sitting in a comfy chair. You can use headphones or listen through stereo speakers. And if you intend going to sleep after you've played it, then you'll be able to switch it off and just settle down into a very deep, very relaxing and refreshing sleep. If the phone should ring or someone should call at the door, you'll be able to deal with it. However, try to avoid being disturbed. So now, just settle down and enjoy the next half hour of deep relaxation. It's now time to let go. Just let go all of the tension of the day and let yourself benefit from time spent relaxing. I want you to imagine the things that I'm going to ask you to. But if you can't, then it doesn't matter. It's the process of trying to imagine the things that'll relax you. So now, let your eyes settle on one fixed spot in the room. Just let your eyes settle on one fixed spot. Could be the light switch or the light. Could be a mark on the wall or the ceiling. Anything at all. Just fix your gaze on one fixed spot in the room and let yourself relax. Just imagine how your eyelids feel just before you go to sleep, all tired and heavy and just wanting to close. But just keep your gaze fixed on that one fixed spot in the room and just relax. Just let everything go. Start to feel very calm inside, very relaxed. Just listening to my voice and relaxing with my voice. And just imagining your eyelids all tired and heavy and just wanting to close. So now just close your eyes. Just close your eyes and keep them closed all the time I'm talking. Just keep your eyes closed all the time I'm talking and just try to imagine the things that I'm going to ask you to. Just imagine a blackboard. Just imagine a blackboard on the inside of your forehead. Just picture a blackboard on the inside of your forehead. Just a darkness, but a very warm, very welcoming darkness. Just a darkness on the inside of your forehead. And right in the middle, just picture a tiny dot of light. Just see it as a star, just a single star in the night sky, surrounded by darkness. Just a single star in the night sky, in the middle of your forehead. Just imagining that star. Just see it as your star. Your star surrounded by darkness. As you start to relax, just letting go all of the tension, feeling yourself settle down. And now imagine the very top of your head. just imagine your scalp, all the muscles on the top of your head and round your head. Just let them all relax. Relax your forehead and the muscles round your eyes and down the side of your face. Just feel that tension starting to drift down. Relax your mouth and your throat and your neck. The muscles down the side of your neck and across the back of your neck. Just let them all relax. Start to experience that inner calmness and inner peacefulness. Just listening to my voice and relaxing with my voice. There's no one wanting anything. There's no one needing anything. There's nothing for you to do, but just relax. Think of your shoulders. Relax your shoulders. The muscles in the tops of your arms and your forearms, your wrists and hands, and relax all your fingers. Just let go all of the tension and feel it drifting out through your fingers. And think of your back, the muscles down your back and across your back. Feel yourself settling down, just letting everything go. And think of your breathing. Feel your breathing getting deeper and easier as you relax. Letting go all of the tension with every breath you breathe out, and relaxing further with every breath. Relax your tummy and your waist and hips and thighs. Relax your knees and your calves and your ankles. Your feet. Relax all your toes. Just feel that tension drifting away as you relax. Progressively relax. Starting to feel very good inside. Very calm inside. Feel that confidence starting to build as you relax. And now, imagine you're standing on top of a hill. Just imagine you're standing on top of a high grassy hill, looking down the side, down over the grassy slopes, down to some trees, and beyond the trees to some water, very deep blue water. You can see the sunlight glinting on the surface. It's a warm, sunny afternoon, and there's a gentle breeze blowing. You enjoy it there. You feel you belong. You feel very secure there. In the distance, you can see some sheep quietly grazing. They know you're there, but nothing's troubling them. You're just standing on top of the hill looking down, down over the grassy slopes and beyond those trees, down to the water. Just picture it in your mind's eye. Feel the breeze blowing. You can hear some birds in the distance. Everything's very still. Everything's very peaceful. Just standing on top of the hill, feeling very relaxed. And now just imagine you can see a path. You can see a path winding its way down the hillside, down towards those trees. You're going to go down the path, And I want you to imagine everything about it. Just see yourself starting to move towards the top of the path and slowly starting to walk down the path, feeling very relaxed, very peaceful. Just imagine the feeling of the stones under your feet, the noise that your shoes make on the gravel. Slowly walking down the path. You can see where all the stones have been washed clean by the rain. Everything's very dry now, but you can see the rut where the little stream has run down the path. You can still see the water far below you, and the sunlight glinting on the surface, the birds circling overhead, everything very still. Just walking down the path, down towards those trees, and feeling very relaxed. Relaxing with every step you take. Every step relaxes you even further, progressively relaxing, enjoying being on the hillside, enjoying being relaxed, being very calm, with no one wanting anything, and no one needing anything. It's just time for you, your time to relax. Just listen to my voice and relax with my voice. And every time you play the tape, and when you hear my voice, and only my voice, saying, "Now close your eyes," you'll relax even faster. You'll relax more fully. And that relaxed feeling will last for a long time after the end of the tape. And it lasts longer the more often you play the tape. So just continue to see yourself walking down the path, feeling very relaxed. And now imagine some steps. You can see some steps leading down from the path down to the trees. And each step has a number. They're numbered from 10 all the way down to 0. And in a moment, you're going to go down the steps. And I want you to count in your own mind, along with me, every step you take down. And every number you count down will relax you even more, so that when you get to 0, you'll be totally relaxed. So just see yourself standing at the top step, standing at number 10, and start to count in your own mind along with me every step you take down as you move from 10 down to 9. You take another step down to 8. And move on down to 7, feeling very relaxed. You take another step down to 6, almost halfway down now. You move on down to 5, and take another step down to 4, and on to 3, relaxing with every number. As you move down to 2, another step down to 1, and all the way down now, all the way down to 0, feeling totally relaxed, feeling very calm, very peaceful. And now just imagine that you're standing at the entrance to a tunnel You're standing at the entrance to the tunnel at the trees. You're still in the sunshine, and you're just looking into the shade of the tunnel below the canopy of trees, and start to walk towards it. Start to walk out of the sunshine into the shade. It's much cooler there, not cold, just a comfortable coolness. And you slowly walk into the canopy, into the shade. It feels very soft under your feet. Just imagine everything about the forest. Imagine the fragrances of the wildflowers, the damp, musky smell. Very pleasant. All the colours, the shadows. Just notice the pattern of sunlight as it comes through the trees. The shapes. Imagine the sounds of the forest. The wild animals in there know you're there, but they accept you. You're part of the forest. You belong. So just see yourself walking along that path. In the distance you can hear some water flowing. You can see your shadow appearing and disappearing as you walk under the beams of light as it comes through the canopy of trees above. You can see some birds high up in the trees above you. You enjoy being in the forest, being part of the forest. So now just imagine that you decide to sit down at the base of a large tree just next to the path. You decide to sit down and just enjoy the forest, the feeling of being at one with the forest. You just sit there watching the leaves and the branches high above you. And as you're sitting there, you want to drift off into a very deep, very relaxing sleep. You feel your eyes getting tired and wanting to close. So just let them close. Just see yourself closing your eyes and just allow sleep to envelop you, feeling very comfortable, listening to the wonderful noises of the forest. You allow yourself to drift off into a most enjoyable sleep. And you soon start to dream. You dream of a garden. You're in the most wonderful garden, surrounded by flowers and shrubs, weeping willows in the corners. You're standing on lush, dark green grass, and you can feel a warm sun behind you, surrounded by flowers. Just imagine all the scents, all the fragrances. You can see some statues dotted around the garden, and a path leading to a very high wall. And you notice there's someone walking along the path towards you. You can just see someone in the distance, slowly walking towards you. There's a sort of circle of white light behind them. They're silhouetted against the light, so you can't see their features, can't see who they are. You just see someone. And as they get closer, the outline of the person becomes familiar. The way they walk. You start to stand up. And as the person approaches, you notice it's a very old and very dear friend. Someone you haven't seen for a long time. You start to move forward to greet them. You're both so pleased to see each other. Someone you haven't seen for a long time. You stand holding hands for a while, and you start to talk. And you just walk through the garden, talking, feeling very relaxed, very happy. And you find that you're discussing your problems. You're talking about some problems that you've had. And you find that as you talk about them, they're all disappearing. You're feeling very relaxed inside. You can feel your confidence starting to grow. And the more you talk, the better you feel. You're just walking through the garden with a very, very dear friend. You feel a weight being taken off your shoulders. It's just as though this friend absorbs all your problems, lifts them away, and in return he gives you sound advice. You feel great inside, having shared your troubles. And you know you can return to the garden anytime you want to, anytime you need to unload your troubles or make decisions. The peacefulness of the garden allows you to clear your mind, think logically, unhampered. Your friend will be there whenever you get back. Your friend will always be there to talk to share a trouble with. So just imagine now that your friend starts to leave, walking back towards the light. You stand and watch them go, feeling very special, very relaxed. You feel confident and in control. You find the image of the garden starts to disappear, but the feeling inside continues. That relaxed, self-confident feeling. And you start to waken up sitting at the base of the tree, coming out of your dream. You find that you've been asleep for 3 hours, and you feel refreshed and rested. Your energy level has increased, and you stand up, feeling that weight having been lifted from your shoulders, feeling relaxed, but enjoying being in the forest, with a feeling of being in control of your life, really in control, feeling confident, feeling self-assured. So now you start toward the end of the tunnel, towards a circle of white light at the end of the tunnel. And the closer you get, the larger it gets and the brighter it gets. just slowly walking towards a circle of bright white light at the end of the tunnel. And the closer you get, the brighter it gets. So now see yourself coming out of the forest, out of the tunnel, back out into the sunshine, and you find yourself down by the water. You feel rested. You feel relaxed. Just turn and look back into the tunnel, just to see that your friend isn't there. It all seemed so real. But it's good to know you can go back there any time you want. Back there to relax, to lift a weight off your shoulders. You feel as though you've been asleep for those 3 hours. All the benefits. But now I want you to imagine that you're in the hallway of a large country house, walking towards some double doors. They're slightly open. They're open with light streaming through the gap between the doors. And as you approach, you notice a sign over the door. It's on the lintel. It's a notice written in old-fashioned script. Just one word. The word library. You're approaching the library of the house, and you decide to explore just a little further. So you push the door open and walk on through, and you find yourself in a corridor. You're in a corridor with book stacks going off to the left and right, forming narrow aisles between bookshelves that face onto each other. It's all set out in a herringbone fashion. You also notice that above each of the book stacks there is an initial letter. So just wander down the corridor until you find, above one of the book stacks on your left, the initial letter of your surname. Just wander along until you find the initial letter of your surname over one of the book stacks on the left-hand side of the corridor. And having found that initial, turn left into a narrow aisle, formed by 2 sets of bookshelves facing onto each other. And you notice 2 very strange things. The first thing that you notice is that all the books are the same in shape and size, the same design. They're a bit like old-fashioned photograph albums, bound in leather, and they've got gold lettering down the spine, spelling out people's names. And of course all the surnames in this section of the library have the same initial as your own. The second strange thing that you notice is that the books on the shelves on the left look well kept. The leather's in good condition and the gold lettering's all shiny and new. But the albums on the right-hand side look scruffy, neglected. The leather's cracking and the gold lettering's dull. In some cases whole letters are missing, and the shelves are covered in dust and cobwebs. It's obvious that no one comes to look at these books, or to care for them. You also notice that each person seems to have a set of books, between 6 and 10, on the shelves on the left, and exactly opposite another set on the shelves on the right. So just wander along the aisle now, and look for a set of albums with your name down the spine, on those left-hand shelves. Among the well-kept albums, you'll find them about eye level. Set of maybe 8 or 10 albums with your name down the spine. As you look at them more carefully, you notice that across the base of the spine of each book there's another word picked out in gold letters. It's a word defining a situation, a situational title, This is the library of your mind, and in here are stored each and every event that's ever occurred in your life, all stored here to help and support you now and in the future. These albums on the left contain all the positive memories, memories that caused you to feel happy, successful, pleased, gave you a sense of achievement. These are the positive memories that give you the skills, the attitudes that are necessary to be successful in similar events now or in the future. These memories boost your confidence in all sorts of situations by drawing upon good past experience. The memories are stored according to the situation in which they occurred. Situations like home, work, education, social, emotional, holidays, or any other situation that's run through your life. So in order to boost your confidence, you can now allow yourself to explore a little further. So just looking at those titles and picking out one to look at more thoroughly. Just select one album. It could be work or education, home, social, emotional, holidays, or it may be something else. But having chosen, just take it down off the shelf. It's quite heavy, so you may need to use both hands. And now that you've got the album in your hands, just let it fall open at a memory, a positive memory to do with that situation, and just allow yourself to enjoy that memory. Enjoy the people, the place, enjoy what was happening, but above all enjoy the feelings that you had then. You can experience them again and enjoy them again. Just enjoy that memory for a few moments. Just enjoying that memory. And it's good to know that this memory and all those other positive memories are there in your mind, supporting, helping, and guiding you in similar events now and in the future. But now you can put that album back on the shelf. But be sure it goes back in the right place so you can find it again the next time you come into the library. But now I want you to turn towards those other albums, the albums on the opposite shelves. But as you do, you notice that at the end of the aisle, furthest from the entrance corridor, there's a large wicker basket on wheels. It's a bit like an old-fashioned laundry basket, but without the lid. And you just instinctively know that this is the waste paper basket for the library. Any albums placed in this basket will immediately be taken away to be pulped or burned. They'll be destroyed permanently. Of course, you'll still remember the events in the album, but the emotional links from those events to present behaviour, if no longer useful to you, will be destroyed totally and permanently. So knowing this, just continue to turn until you're looking at the other set of albums, the ones with your name down the spine. These are very similar to those you were looking at a moment ago, except, of course, that these albums look tatty, neglected, dirty and grimy. These albums contain the negative events in your life, events that caused fear anxiety, worry, guilt, or shame. These, of course, create inhibitions, tensions, anxieties in life today. But now you have the opportunity to destroy one of those albums, and all the unnecessary fear and worries born of the past that have got no place in the present or in the future. Just selecting one of those albums by looking at the situational titles: education, work, home, social, emotional, as well as any other common theme that's run through your life. Just select one album to get rid of permanently. And once you've chosen your album, take it down off the shelf. You will need both hands, as it's very heavy. There's no need to open this album, no need to look inside. Just carry the book down the aisle towards the basket. Feel the weight of that book on your hands, through your arms and into your shoulders, and up into the back of your neck. It's so heavy, but it feels good to be able to get rid of all those fears and anxieties that are no longer useful or protective regarding this situation in your life. So carry it down to that large wicker basket, and when you reach the basket, just hold the album out at full arm's length over the very centre of the basket, and then just let it go. Let it go and hear it thud as it hits the bottom of the basket, and feel the weight going off your hands, your arms, your shoulders and your neck, the weight going off your mind. So now turn away from the basket and start to walk back towards the entrance corridor, dusting the dirt and the grime from the album off your hands. And as you move away, you hear the wicker basket being rolled away down the corridor. Already it's on its way to be pulped or burned, shredded and destroyed permanently. So just walk back down the aisle and notice the gap where that album used to be. It feels good to know it can never ever return. That gap will always be there. So now just walk back towards the entrance corridor, back towards the double doors that lead out into the entrance hall of the country house. And as you pass through the doors, pull them behind you, but don't close them. Just leave a small gap, exactly as you found them, so that you can return to the library anytime you want. Anytime you want to relive a positive memory and get rid of a negative memory. So start to walk across that entrance hallway. Go out through some huge double doors, the front doors of the country house, and back outside into the sunshine. And now, I want you to imagine you're back in the garden. Back in the garden where your friend was. And just enjoy the last few moments of relaxation. Letting your energy level build, your confidence build. Just enjoy the garden for a few moments. Just imagine everything about it. The colours, the fragrances. just let the garden drift from your mind. And in a moment I'm going to count up to 5. And when I get to 5, I just want you to open your eyes and be wide awake, back with today. But if you want to go to sleep after the end of this tape, then just switch the tape off, settle down and go into a very deep sleep, a refreshing and relaxing sleep. So I'm now going to count up to 5. 0. 1, 2, starting to come alive now. 3, 4, and 5. Just open your eyes now. Open your eyes and either just get on with whatever you have to do, or just switch the tape off now and settle down and go back to sleep.